What's up guys, Twig46 here, and it's been quite some time, but haven't had anything useful to talk about for a long time, but I've thought I've been playing Heroes and Generals a lot lately, and I've learned some things about how to fight in the war and all that, so I thought I'd share some things with you. Now, we're going to do the basics for starters. So once you get your rank up to a lieutenant, you will be able to join the war. To do so, simply click on this little box here. It'll say join now as Germany, say yes, and then you'll be directed to this. Now, to get your very first assault team, go into this screen, go to buy an assault team. You will be given the guard. You will have 50,000 war funds or whatever. Anyway, buy a guard. Boom. You now have an assault team. How do you use it? Well, I just bought GE66, so we will deploy him. Boink. There he is. Now, how do you get to the war? You might wonder. Well, there's this little tab up here. Maybe you've noticed it. Maybe you haven't. But click it. We'll go to the war screen. Ba-bam! Here we are. Okay, so when you first start, your guys will be over here. Simply click the deploy button and the deploy button again. Select your city of choice and deploy them. Now, for me, this is what we're currently looking at. I am going to just go ahead and drop my guys in Budapest. All right, so deploy. Budapest. Gotta wait for the supplies, and bam, there's your guy. To move your guy to a next city over, simply click on the city in question, find your unit, arrow, drag and drop, and bam, your guy's moving. No problems there. Now, that's basically it. The basics. Just put your guys where there's the fires, and moving on. All right, so now let's talk about the reason why we're here, is the advanced tactics of the war. Now, what I got here is my little setup units. Normally this would be a motorized guard, but I just bought a new one to show people how to do it. So anyway, this is my one unit. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I got my 90 infantry here for the brunt of the attack, a recon to show the view around, so you can see what's going on, and then 3 of the motorized guards to kind of act as defenders. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's look here. So let's say I put a recon guy here. I'm going to be able to see all of this stuff right around here, right? So I can see what's going on. I can see where their guys are, where our guys are, what's happening. And then let's say I put all of my infantrymen right here, like all of them. The infantry, the motorized guards, whatever, they're all here. So I would look at these battles and see what's going on in here. And when the battles are over and the forces are retreating and all that stuff, what I would then do is be able to say, okay, they're retreating, so now immediately take a motorized guard and put them in there, put them in there, put them in there. And what this is going to do is it's going to spread your bet across 3 different areas, as opposed to just what I see a ton of people do is like, oh, this town's on fire, put like 1 million people in this town. As you can see here, there's a 1,100 guys in there. Not, ideal, but whatever. So yeah, that's kind of a strategy I've come up with. I don't know if you guys understand that, if it makes sense to you, but I've seen far too many people just, like, this is talking to the generals that have, like, say, 30 assault teams or whatever. They'll just take all of them, throw them into one town, drag and drop, done. Don't even think about it. But that's not really conducive to winning the war, because what basically, if you're always on the defensive, you're always going to lose the war. And that's what you see here, is we're always on the defensive because people just put all their stuff into one area. And if they're battling all their guys in one area, if something else is happening, say over here, or up here, then they don't have guys in position to handle each of those individual threats. That's what that's why I have these 3 units. That's what they're for, is to handle each individual battle, so you can always keep it on the offensive. Because if it's all on the offensive, then you're not on the defensive. And so a lot of people complain that things are like, oh, the generals, they totally screwed us over. Why is there only like 300 guys here? And blah, 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 blah. It's like, guys, chill out, okay? Like, for starters, it's just a video game. I get competitive. I get intense about it, but it's at the end of the day, it's just a video game. So chill out. The other main reason is because it's people like me. They just want to keep it on the offensive, because if all these guys right here are locked up, 592 guys are locked and they can't go anywhere, Does that make sense? If you played war, it should make sense to you. If they're locked in this town, they're not going anywhere until this battle is over with. So if keeping on the offensive can't be defensive. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got. I mean, it's just something you can do with your assault teams. Spread the love. Don't invest into single towns. I was thinking about going into like all the little details that happens within battles, but like, fuck that shit. If you guys have played war on Germany for any period of time, you know that the German army is totally shit. They're selfish assholes and dumb fucks that don't know how to play the game. Ugh, God, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so that's pretty much all I got. Hope you learned something kind of informative. I'm going to stop rambling. Peace out. Enjoy your games. Have fun. Also, peace out. Bye. I'm done. Seriously.